Hello everyone. Welcome to Football Updates. Today we have collected all the most interesting football news, Euro 2020 and latest transfer news. So sit back and subscribe the channel. With us you will know everything you need. And now smash the like button because we are getting started. According to Fabrizio Romano, Jadon Sancho has never been so close to join Manchester United. Gap now reducing between official proposal and Borussia Dortmund price tag after further talks. Deal still not completed yet but progressing to final negotiation stages. Real Madrid has made an opening offer of 50 million euros for Jules Koundé. Sevilla has asked Madrid to pay his 80 million euros release clause. PSG are in the closing stages for the transfer of 22-year-old Achraf Hakimi. Personal terms agreed until 2026 and he also wants to join PSG. Final fee of 70 million euro expected to be signed and completed very soon. We've not received any official bid for Rafael Varane. He's at the Euros now, then we will see what happens. If he wants to leave the club this summer, he'll say it, said Florentino Perez. Erling Haaland would likely cost more than twice as much as Kai Havertz. But Chelsea are determined to bring a top striker to Stamford Bridge this summer. Maldini has been in contact with Jorge Mendes for James Rodriguez. The Colombian wants to play in the Champions League and would not want to renew his contract with Everton. 19-year-old American winger Conrad de la Fuente will have a medical with Marseille next week, after a 3.5 million euros transfer was agreed with Barcelona. Former Wolves boss Nuno is currently the top candidate to take over Tottenham manager job, following the failed attempts to sign Paulo Fonseca and Gennaro Gattuso. AC Milan are talking to Real Madrid about Brahim Diaz and Odriozola, but also about Luka Jovic. If Chelsea do not release Olivier Giroud on the terms Milan want, Jovic could become an option. Milan will complete the signing of Sandro Tonali next week. The club obtained a discount of around 20 to 30% on the original price agreed to last summer. Only the signatures and final documents are left. Real Madrid are currently interested in Real Sociedad forward Alexander Isak. Los Blancos have already contacted his agents after hearing that Isak is ready to take the next step in his career. The 21-year-old scored 17 goals, having 2 assists in 44 appearances with Real Sociedad this season. Isak is currently going for 40 million euros. Manchester City are reportedly preparing a British transfer record fee of £100 million for Aston Villa captain Jack Grealish. The deal is as good as done and will be completed after Euro 2020. The current British record stands at £89 million from when Paul Pogba re-signed for Manchester United in 2016. Kieran Tierney has signed a new 5-year contract extension with Arsenal. Barcelona believe that the time spent by Sergio Roberto at the club is over. They expect to receive money from the sale this summer, but they need to find the club that pays a salary of €10 million a year. Paulinho determined to return to the Europe after terminating the contract with Chinese side Guangzhou Evergrande. Arsenal are considering signing Philippe Coutinho from Barcelona to replace Martin Odegaard, who could return to Real Madrid. Now let's move towards the main news. I didn't read Zidane's letter, because I know that wasn't Zidane, someone wrote it for him. I wasn't surprised by Zidane's departure. I know him. I fought for him to stay, tried to convince him, but he decided to leave. Zidane dreams of being the French national team's coach. I still love Zidane. If he wants to return, this is still his home. If it was up to me, Zidane would be a Madrid coach, said Perez. This week Gigi Buffon was presented in Parma. Hermes Fulgoni greets Gigi excitedly. Hermes is now 73 years old and was Parma's youth goalkeeper coach for many years. Hermes was the one who discovered Gigi's skills when he was just 13 years old. Buffon at that time was an outfield player, however Hermes saw his potential as a goalkeeper and taught him the basics. The English teams felt pressured by UEFA and they signed something that they're not allowed to sign. Ceferin tried to kick us out of the UCL, and the courts told him it's illegal. And now let's see what happens. Football lost €8 billion while Ceferin was raising his salary. The Super League is still moving forward. Nobody can leave. There's a binding contract between 12 teams. said Florentino Perez. I am excited. I had a hard time at home for 10 days without knowing if I could return to the national team. This team is amazing. I really wanted to be here with them because this is definitely my last Euro. Because of these moments I love football, said Busquets. I went 9 hours without sleep after the match against Poland. I've received threats, insults to my family. It bothers me that my children are told everything, said Alvaro Morata. Mbappe will not be the new Cristiano Ronaldo, but he will win some golden balls in the coming seasons. I don't believe that a new Cristiano Ronaldo will ever appear, said Laszlo Balloni, Cristiano's first coach. It's either an operation or I don't get an operation. I'm not 100% sure if I need it yet, so I'll just take it as it comes. I'll finish strong here and I've got a few weeks off to just relax and decide what I'm going to do, said Marcus Rashford. If Sancho's not good enough for England, we would like to give him a German passport, said Lothar Matthäus. Now let's move towards the Euro 2020. Denmark became the first team to make the quarterfinals of Euro 2020, with a 4-0 win over Wales at the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam. Kasper Dolberg's brace and a goal each from Joachim Mæhle and Martin Braithwaite took Denmark to the huge victory. It's not how we wanted the game to go. From our point of view, we started very well and then the game changed. We tried to play in the second half but made a mistake to concede, which killed the momentum on our side. When asked by the BBC's reporter if this was his last game for Wales, Bale just walks away from the microphone and abandons his post-match interview. Italy defeated Austria 2-1 in extra time to advance to quarterfinals. After a goalless 90 minutes, Italy's substitutes Federico Chiesa and Pessina shined in extra time to give the Italians a healthy lead, which seemed enough. However, Kalajdzic had other ideas as he scored in the 114th minute from a corner. It's not easy to put that into words. We can be proud of ourselves, Austria can be proud of us. We gave everything, but in the end we weren't rewarded for our performance, and that's really tough to take, said David Alaba after the match. We knew we had to suffer, because Austria are the typical side who do not allow to play well. The substitutes made the difference for us, but everybody gave their best tonight. I'm happy because the lads gave everything to win even when we were tired, said Italy boss Roberto Mancini. Today we have two big matches. In the first match, Netherlands will face Czech Republic in Ferenc Puskás Stadium in Hungary. And the second match will be played between Belgium and Portugal in Estadio de la Cartuja in Spain. So guys, whom you are supporting today, tell us in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe the channel for daily football updates.